How to grow your company page on LinkedIn. Company pages are getting more and more traction on LinkedIn right now. So I'm going to talk you through the why and the how you can grow your company page on LinkedIn. Hey, I'm Sarah Clay. I'm a LinkedIn coach and trainer, and I work with entrepreneurs and also with companies, helping them grow their company pages, grow their reach, and generate more leads using the amazing platform which is LinkedIn. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the why and the how to grow your company page on LinkedIn. If you have a company page, but it's lying a little bit sleepy and a little bit dormant, maybe now is the time to refresh it and think about how you can make it more active and get more followers on your company page. If you don't have a company page, then I'm going to put a link to a blog below as to 13 reasons why you should have a company page right now on LinkedIn. Before I go into what you can do to grow your company page on LinkedIn, I want to talk about what happens when somebody follows your company page. Because when we're talking about growing the page, we're talking about growing the numbers of followers on the page. So what does happen when somebody follows your company page on LinkedIn? What happens is that when you post on LinkedIn, your posts will go into that person's feed, into their profile feed. So when they're scrolling through LinkedIn, they're going to see that post. And also, if you can encourage them to ring the bell on your LinkedIn company page, then they'll also get a notification from LinkedIn as to when you've posted. So here are some simple things that you can do to ensure that as many people follow your page as possible. The first thing is to make sure that your page is fully completed and fully optimized. So when building your company page, make sure that you haven't missed out any of the steps, and LinkedIn will tell you if you have, and also make sure that your page really stands out among your competitors' pages and that it clearly says what you do and who you work with. Because by identifying your audience, telling them very clearly what you do is really clear messaging and will help people understand what your page is about and why they should follow it. The other thing to do is to make sure that all of the content on your page in the introduction section and also when you're posting on your company page is full, jam-packed full of relevant keywords so that you come up in searches for those keywords. Only you will know what those keywords are. They're basically the words that people are going to be using when they're searching for your goods or your services. The second thing you can do is invite people to follow the page. Most page admins get 100 credits a month, which means that they can invite 100 people from their connections on their personal profile. Now, some admins get 250 credits a month to use. So encourage every single admin to utilize their credits and invite their first-degree connections from their personal profiles to follow the company page. Make sure that everybody has been carefully chosen, because what happens is when somebody accepts the invitation to follow the page, you get another credit. So actually, you could go on forever if everybody accepted your invitation. Employees also have credits that they could use to invite people to follow the page. They get 30 credits a month. So encourage all of the employees to invite 30 credits from their personal connections on their personal profile as well. The third thing that people can do is invite connections to invite a company page that isn't theirs, as long as it has under 5,000 followers. Now, why would you want to ask people to follow a page that isn't anything to do with you at all? Well, you can spread the word. So if you see a company page that you really like, why not tell your friends about it? And because it's a referral rather than a request to follow directly from the page itself, people are actually more likely to accept the invitation to follow the page. So you can work in tandem with somebody else and you can invite people to follow their company page and they can invite people to follow your company page. The fourth thing you can do is on your personal posts that go out on your personal profile, you can ask people to follow your company page as well. You can tell them that you create different content on your company page. So it might be a good idea, if they like your content on your personal profile, for them to also follow your company page. And you can even tag in your company page on your posts to make it really simple for people reading your personal posts to click through to your company page and then click follow. So simple. Fairly recent changes on LinkedIn mean that you can now comment on posts as your company page. Now, use this wisely, don't be salesy, and please don't be spammy. And LinkedIn even send pages recommendations of posts for them to comment on. So be guided and use the information wisely and be proactive. A really good idea is to drive people to your company page from your website. So make sure that you've got the company page link on your website and you can hide it behind a LinkedIn logo and it looks really cute. The other place that you can send people directly from your website is directly to the follow page on your company page. So it's a little bit of Unicode, I think it's called Unicode, that you can get from LinkedIn and you can put that on your website and that will take people straight to where they can follow the page on LinkedIn. You may need some technical help to do this. I certainly would, but it's worth doing because what happens is it's only one click. I know 2 clicks isn't arduous and it's not difficult, but if you can get somebody from A to B with 1 click, that's going to be easier and they're not going to get so distracted on the journey and then forget what they were doing there. So get that piece of Unicode and get it onto your website and get people to click straight through and follow your company page. Another place that you can send people to your company page from is your email signature, and that can sit really neatly behind the LinkedIn logo. Again, you may need a techie person to do this for you. I certainly did. But it's definitely worth doing. So if people read an email, they see the little LinkedIn logo underneath your signature, click straight through to your company page. It's very, very simple. I talked at the beginning of this video about inviting people to follow your page every single month. Now, another time that you can invite people to follow your company page is when they first connect with you. So you're building a relationship with somebody. So why not offer them another way that they can learn from you and invite them to follow the company page? Tell them you post different content on the company page. So if they want to follow your personal profile, fantastic. But if they also want to follow your company page, then here's the link to do that. And you're going to start to build that relationship more quickly and more deeply if they're following you in 2 different places. And they've got 2 revenues of information from you coming right into their LinkedIn feed. One of the things which will drive people to your company page is if you're creating great content. Once people have followed your page, give them a reason to stay and give them a reason to keep coming back. Yes, you can share some of the content that you're posting on your personal profile also on your company page because people will see them at different times and you do have different audiences on both, but it's a good idea to create some content which is only going to go on your company page to encourage people to go there more often. So make sure that your content is informative, make sure it's interesting, and that it adds value to your audience. Make sure also that you mix your content around and you're using different styles of content. So use the different styles of posts, create different ways that you can put your messaging across, and also create different types of content. So adding value to people is really important on LinkedIn. So create value-add content. Create content which talks about your business. But also, don't forget, even on a company page, you need to be creating personal content for people to feel really engaged in your brand. Okay, we're nearly at the end here. But another way to keep people interested in your page and to keep growing it is to reply to comments on the page. People don't tend to comment on company page posts as much as they do on personal profile posts. But when people do comment on the posts, make sure that you as a company respond in a positive manner. And that way you're going to help build up a relationship and encourage people to keep coming back to the page and potentially recommending other people to come to the page as well. And finally, I want to talk about LinkedIn events. And this is when you invite somebody to an event using your company page. The event doesn't have to be on your company page. LinkedIn events are a great way of targeting a niche audience, and holding LinkedIn events and advertising them through LinkedIn will definitely help bring people to the page. So there you are, 11 ways to grow your company page, some of which are really very simple. If you want to know more about how I can help you grow your company page on LinkedIn, please follow me on LinkedIn, follow my company page, follow my hashtag, which is LinkedIn Simplified. And if you want to know any more, please just send me a direct message on LinkedIn, and I hope to see you soon.